So the mind-body thing is getting really popular these days, and everybody wants to get better. But when I look around, everybody's still struggling with it. So what's the problem? Well, it's pretty simple, folks. People don't know what to do. You may be thinking that right now. They don't know what action to take. And of course, you have to take action, right? You have to do something differently to get better. So in this episode, let's solve that problem with 5 quick hack actions that you can take so that you can finally start the healing process. Let's discuss. Hello, friends, and welcome. I'm your host, Laura Thornton. And I suffered from chronic back pain for decades and then cured myself using the mind-body connection 5 years ago. And now I help others cure themselves. Now, most of our clients have read a Dr. Sarno book. That may be you. But they come to us because they haven't been able to make progress. They don't know what to do. So today, I'm going to show you some quick actions you can take to cure tension myositis syndrome. But before we get started, I want to give you our workshop for curing TMS. It's a free workshop that will show you exactly how to apply the mind-body concepts that Dr. Sarno introduced you to. And if you apply yourself, you should see some progress, as in some pain reduction in the first 30 days. All right? Now, to get this great free workshop, just go to paincureclinic.us/free workshop, and there's also a link below. Okay, now let's dive into these 5 quick hacks for killing the pain. Now, you may be new to the idea of curing your pain using a mind-body approach, and you may be overwhelmed by all the information out there. And oh, by the way, also quite busy trying to keep the wheels on your life while feeling pretty crappy. I know what this feels like. So in this episode, I've cut right to the chase with some quick hacks, 5 actions you can take right away to start dialing back that pain. Sound good? All right, here we go. Starting with hack number 1, which is to trust your own experience. That's right, trust your own experience. Now listen, months or years of medical diagnosis and treatment have not solved the problem. If it had, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. And you know there's nothing really wrong with you except ongoing stress that's creating a fight or flight response in your mind that flows into your body and wreaks havoc. It causes muscle tension or nerve tension, or maybe stomach upset, or some other stress response in your body. Your pain is being generated by your mind. But this is great news because the cause and effect works in both directions. What I mean by that is if you can create chronic pain, then you can stop it. Okay, let's move along to hack number 2. Stop seeking approval. This is actually related to hack number 1 about trusting your own experience. Stop soliciting opinions. Stop seeking approval or even permission from other people to go down this mind-body path. And I know you're doing this because it's human nature to ask other people you know or trust or love for their input. And in many cases, this is a great thing to do. This is an exception because most people, truly 90 to 95%, according to Dr. Sarno, just can't get their arms around abandoning medical treatment and healing themselves, no matter what evidence you present to back it up. It's time to start practicing standing in your own truth because you'll likely have to do this over and over again. First to get better, and then to stay strong and stay better. Now, you don't have to ignore your family and friends. They can help you resolve practical problems, make changes in your life, or get more active. Just be careful. Don't let them rain on your parade or drag you back to the doctor. It's dicey because the ultimate proof is actually in the results. It's kind of backward. So for the most part, talk about how you recovered after you get better. Now, hack number 3 is just 2 words. Say no. Say no to something. One thing, even a small thing that you don't want to do, or you don't want to do anymore, or you never wanted to do in the first place, but you did it because you're nice and you're responsible and you're good and you're a people pleaser, also known as a goodist. And I can say this because it takes one to know one. I've made great strides dialing back my people pleasing, but it is still my default setting sometimes. And I have to consciously fight the urge to just say yes and go along. Even when my instincts, my very good instincts, or my preferences, yes, you're allowed to have preferences, or just my plain old common sense tell me to say no. Now, many, if not most, TMS sufferers are goodists to one degree or another. Now, even so, I'm not suggesting railroading over other people's preferences or never being willing to compromise, but you do need to make yourself a priority a good amount of the time, or you aren't living your authentic life. I want you to think about that. And that's one of the things that your chronic pain is trying to tell you. Please let that really sink in. It's not selfish to make yourself a priority, especially during the first 30 to 90 days of focusing on your chronic pain recovery. It's a critical time. And one of the big reasons that you may not have succeeded with the mind-body approach so far is that you haven't made healing and you number 1 on the list. Now, here's the really fantastic news about being able to say no when you need to and when you just want to. There is a huge ripple effect. When you stand firm and head in the direction that you want to go with your job or in relationships, where you live, how you spend your precious free time, even where you go on vacation, and by the way, what you do while you're there. All of these decisions in your favor work together to resolve what we call your primary stressors. And the ongoing tension from these primary stressors is what's causing your pain. So do you see the connection here? Saying no is a great way to break the stress to chronic pain loop that seems to go on endlessly. Isn't that great news? Hack number 4. Move a little more. Just move a little more. Whether that means literally getting out of bed or off the couch, all the way to getting back to running marathons again. And my friends, we truly have coaching clients in both of these extreme categories and everything in between. Here's the bottom line. Don't wait another moment. Don't wait another moment to start working back towards your full physicality, whatever that is. Except that you know that sitting on the couch for hours every day is not a long-term solution for any of us. Your body, my body, everybody's body needs to move on a regular basis. And hack number 5, use a foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, get one immediately. My car keys, my phone, and my foam roller. I need to know where these items are at all times. I have a foam roller here at home in Colorado, but I also use one at the gym, and I have another one at my dad's house in Florida to use during my visits there. So I'm serious about this. I'm walking the walk. Foam rollers are not expensive, and they sell them in a lot of places. You probably go all the time, like Target or Walmart, so there's no excuse. If you have a foam roller, find it, dust it off, and put it in a place that you'll see it every day. And if you're already using your foam roller, gold star, and use it even more. Quick personal story. I tend to have tight hip muscles, even with regular stretching, even with a regular yoga practice. I'm very rarely in pain, even temporarily, but I know it's waiting to bubble up if I don't keep on top of it. So recently, this became more of an issue because I'm at a stage of life where, shall we say, some of you will be able to relate to when it's become more challenging not to gain weight. So I've ramped up my cardio, walking, hiking, riding my exercise bike to burn more calories. And when I did this, of course, I felt it in my hips and legs. Of course I did. I'm using these muscles more. So to counteract the increased exercise, I've also increased stretching and foam rolling. And let me tell you, just 5 to 10 minutes after each cardio session has helped keep me and my hips below that pain threshold, which is what we want. So as you start moving more, per hack number 4, make sure to balance it with consistent soft tissue work, stretching, rolling, massage. Now, for those of you who are still watching, thank you. And I have a reward for you, a surprise bonus hack number 6. And it's this: stop looking backward and start looking forward. Listen, even if you have significant trauma in your past, and I know some of you do, face it, work with a therapist for a little while. Certainly try to make peace with your past as best you can. But healing your chronic pain is a task for your present, today, and each day moving forward. And guys, this isn't just me saying this. Listen to this. In a new book written by several well-known psychologists called Homo Prospectus, the main takeaway from this book is that how psychologically stable we are in the present right now is not driven by our past, our childhood, our parents, etc. And a lot of people get stuck trying to resolve the past in an attempt to cure chronic pain, understandably. But this new research proves that our happiness in the present is primarily driven by our predicted future. So that's why it's so important to make this shift. Try to reverse your thinking away from the past and toward the future. Because the key to a pain-free present may in fact be a clear, hopeful visualization of a future that you can get really excited about. We're talking about a compelling future that pulls you forward. It should be both exciting and attainable. What does an exciting and motivating future look like for you? Give this some thought. We think that forward focus is so compelling that we're working on an entire episode on this topic that will drop soon. So to recap the 6 quick hacks to cure chronic pain, number 1 and number 2 are related. Number 1, trust your own experience. And number 2, stop seeking approval to reject your medical diagnosis and heal your TMS using the mind-body approach. Remember, the proof is in the results, and you can talk about it all day long after you've recovered and are living a fantastic life. Hack number 3 is just 2 words: say no. I know from personal experience, it feels amazing once you get the hang of it, and it gets easier the more you do it. Hack number 4, move a little more. Your body is strong and resilient and designed to last decades and decades without chronic pain. And number 5, use a foam roller regularly, especially as you start moving more. Remember that balance between cardio and soft tissue work. And bonus hack number 6, focus forward. Why? Because you aren't going to get where you want to go to pain-free by craning your neck, looking in the rearview mirror. New research on this topic backs this up. Okay, to wrap up, before you go, leave a comment. Which of these 6 hacks jumps out at you the most? Which one are you going to start doing today? And a final reminder about our free workshop. It's a deeper dive into the discussion we had in this episode. To grab the workshop, just go to paincureclinic.us/free workshop. Thanks so much for spending some of your very valuable time with me today. Please take good care of you until we meet again.